Here are my answers to these proof questions. Um, First one, why do you think that mathematicians value proofs? What bigger life skill do proofs tie into? This is what learning do you gain from these exercises that you might actually use someday? I believe mathematicians value proof because it shows to whoever is checking the work of whoever solved the math problem that they actually know the material. And I think the life skill that proofs tie into is any skill that you need to have confidence in with your work. So the proof helps show that you know the answer and you didn't like look it up or something. Number two, why do you think that we require you to use complicated technical vocabulary as part of your proof? What advantages do technical terms have over more common language? And as an example, consider what you would think if your doctor didn't use a technical term when describing a disease that you had. I believe it's required that we use complicated technical vocabulary as part of our proof so that we prove that we are familiar with the concept that or question that we are proving. The advantages of technical terms over common language is, again, to sound like we know what we are talking about. For example, let's say the midpoint of line AC is B. That sounds a lot better than the middle of lines AC is B. And a doctor that doesn't use proper medical terminology would probably be a bad doctor. Number three, what role does using a technical term have when communicating with people from different cultures as a correlate, I think that says. Why do you think that English is often the preferred language of science? After all, English is more difficult than many other languages. Why would the world use it if there wasn't an advantage? Scientists are a pragmatic bunch. Using technical terms shows other cultures who may speak a different language. It helps to show the correct way to use proper English, which someone who doesn't speak English would probably struggle with. And I believe that English is often the preferred language of science is because it's most commonly spoken language. Maybe Chinese has a little bit more, but English is probably the most well known. It's used in some of the largest countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, most places in Africa, most places in the world have at least a good, decent understanding of English, if not fluent.